So my husband was supposed to be over here doing a vlog, and all he did was just put up the camera and stared at it.
I'm very pleased.
Overthinking it, like everything has to be.
I'm very happy that you're able to find laughter and joy in what you might want to say it was my mishap.
Oh my gosh, I'm just saying, why do you overthink? Goddamn.
Listen. It's not necessarily easy to unravel 30 years of, you know what I'm saying?
30 years of what? You don't have a problem talking now. What's the difference?
30 years of being in my mind.
What's the difference right now? What's the difference right now?
You're engaging me. I'm responding to what you're saying.
Well, how about you look at that as the same as seeing your face as somebody else that you're engaging with?
I like that. I'm having a conversation with myself.
It wasn't meant to be taken for a deep moment. I'm just trying to just give you
case in point.
some inspiration.
That's case in point. Hey,
what?
Hey, listen, I can't help it because
it ain't nothing to help. It's just being able to just step aside from that. It's being able to put it to the side and step into a different category of thinking, of doing.
I like it.
You don't have to not like it. I'm just saying, it's being able to do something different and finding it okay and not overthink it.
You're right. It loosen it up, huh? I keep saying that. It's a process. I'm getting there.
It's a process.
Check this out. Hold on. Me picking up that phone and doing like that, holding it up, about to do it, that's the first step right there. That's a step closer.
People like you is always going to try to find the little itty bitty things to make yourself feel like you're there's progress.
So what you're saying, you frown upon me thinking
that's
the
exactly.
glass is half full as opposed to half empty.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. However you want to put it, whatever's going to make you feel whatever, to feel comfortable in the way that you move, whatever.
Well, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to feel uncomfortable?
No, I'm just saying, you just create excuses. You continue to create excuses for yourself. That's all you do. That has nothing to do with words. You see what you're doing?
You talking about, you just use the word excuse, right? I reject that.
It is an excuse.
I reject that.
Rather than you just really just taking accountability for what it is, for your mishap, as you put it, you want to create an excuse for it.
Listen, thank you. Come on in. Yeah, thank you. You all right?
He in there. I don't know what he in there doing.
He's trying to get out. What you talking about? Trying to get out. See what time it is. He's been sent on a mission. He ready to get started.
So, your unborn son is ready before you are?
I'm gonna let you finish laughing, then I'm gonna respond to that. Go ahead, get it out. Go ahead. First of all, we're not exactly sure why he's coming into this world, right?
Don't minimize why he's coming into this world.
We will see. We gonna see.
You still don't know why you here.
Oh, I have an idea. I do have an idea. Now, however, it could be that the pieces that I've accumulated it'll be time for me to pass them on to him, and he'll carry it on. Maybe that's
carry what on.
I'm not gonna go there with you.
I'm saying to carry on has to be something that you've been carrying, right? Something that you've been doing.
This mental framework that this mental framework that I put together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope that he is more aggressive and takes more initiative.
No, I'm not aggressive. I'll take initiative.
No.
Because I'm deliberately engaging this process a certain way. I'm deliberately engaged in it like this.
You doubt yourself.
You think I doubt myself?
Yeah, you do.
Listen, one of the hardest things to do is to kick back and go with the flow.
You've been kicking back for 30 years.
The flow is still the flow. It don't matter.
It does matter. It does too matter.
I've been kicking back for 30 years,
Yeah.
so all the reading and the writing that's kicking back. I haven't been kicking back. I was hustling in my mind. What are you talking about?
Okay,
Reading.
so what are you have plenty to start with then. Let's start there.
Well, first of all, we're gonna skip the first of all, go to the second of all. And the second of all comes back to the first of all.
Yeah, okay.
which is in order for me to accomplish my objective, it's going to take something greater than myself to facilitate that. I realize that. So for me, it's about continually aligning myself, connecting more deeply with what I perceive to be my higher.
That we already know that. But the energy moves through people. You keep on trying to you want the entity or the energy or whatever, you want it to come down, and it moves through people.
No, I don't. That's not it at all.
Okay, you're taking away you're taking away your responsibility to move forward with what you've been given. You don't network. You're not posting on social media. You're not doing. I'm just saying you're not doing anything. So how is the energy gonna move through you?
I have to make sure.
Yeah, we have to make sure. Okay.
That I'm properly aligned. So.
Why do you feel that you're not?
Well, it was. I mean, just recently, it was some adjustments I had to make with my perception.
You always be.
I was not in alignment.
How do you know that?
How do I know I had to make adjustments?
How do you know that they're not aligned?
Well,
you've been saying that for 30 years.
Listen, communication is, when you're talking about facilitating unity, right? Communicating and how you communicate is very important.
It's so easy to say that you still feel like you're not aligned. So when do you know that you are?
Well, just recently I realized that when I communicate and talk about these things, right? I have to just speak about what I'm doing. I can't.
How many times are you gonna keep circling it back to that?
I still wasn't on point with it.
What made you feel that way?
And because,
okay.
But listen, I just wasn't on point with that.
Okay.
I realized that. So
you always do that. And how long have you been doing that?
So listen, it's a gradual process. Man. Why do all social movements unravel? The reason why they do is because any way of thinking that's not logically aligned with what we perceive to be the ultimate truth is going to unravel. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's important to take the time.
So what did you second guess now? What now have you second guessed that you feel is not aligned?
When I'm communicating or sharing, I don't like to have the feeling that I'm trying to convince someone to think a certain way or to believe something. I don't like that feeling. If I feel that I'm trying to convince somebody
what are you trying to do then? If you're not trying to convince someone to see the logic in what it is that you're talking about, what are you trying to do then? Then that should make it even that much more easier just to go out there and just put the shit out there.
Okay, let's tone it down a little bit.
What within you makes you feel like, oh, I still feel like I'm trying to convince somebody?
That right there, that'd be the aggressiveness, that'd be the desire, right, to want to see it take root.
What's wrong with that?
So forth.
What's wrong with those feelings?
Because then I'm getting outside myself. I'm not respecting the individuals.
But it's called passion.
For sure. In terms of proper alignment, I feel that I have to stay in that space to where I'm respecting everybody's individual right to think for themselves.
Then why even put it out at all if you feel like you're going to be stepping on toes?
No. My point is that if I feel like I'm trying to convince somebody, that means I'm not ready. That's what I'm saying.
It went from you not feeling like it's not properly aligned to now I feel like I'm out there trying to convince someone.
That's not what I said.
Yes, you just did.
Let me come back. Make it clear, man. Maybe I misspoke. I think that I'm at that point where I'm not feeling that I'm trying to convince people to think a certain way or to, hey, listen what I'm saying.
So what's the problem then?
I told you I feel I'm there.
Meaning what?
To where I don't feel that I'm getting outside myself, really trying to convince people.
That's not what you said, though.
What are you talking about?
That's not what you said.
What did I say?
You said that you don't want to feel like you're trying to convince people. Okay. That's stepping outside of yourself. Right. Now you're saying, I feel like I'm there, that I'm not trying to convince.
So let me clarify then. So in the process of me communicating, if that feeling arises, I'm gonna fall back. I'm not gonna keep going. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, man.
And this was interesting, right? Hundreds of years, we talk about social injustice and so on and so forth, right? Trying to remedy those issues, right? Hundreds of years, right? And there's still no logical framework to do that. Everybody's in a rush. Rah, rah, rah.
You haven't even started with social media.
Okay.
You come up with an excuse for that. All I'm trying to ever get you to understand is your pattern in the way that you think when it comes to this. Every time I try to do that, it always falls back to an excuse. I'm trying to do
with that.
You don't have to, because that's what it is. And of course you wouldn't, because you don't want to take accountability that you are your obstacle. You are your block. You are your delay.
Okay.
You are the person that's slowing yourself down. Okay. You are the one that's holding yourself back. And you come up with all these different excuses.
Let me say this.
To not move.
Let me say this, right? Possibly that's the case.
That's not possibly.
Right? So listen, I'm saying,
and if that is the level of denial and the depth of denial with you when it comes is just amazing to me.
Can I finish the statement? Can I finish the thought? Now, if I am my own obstacles, right? When it's time for me to stop being that obstacle, then that's what's going to happen. I don't judge it. That's my thought. Nice conversation.
Not at all. Not at
all.
It is. Because it's a form of insanity to me. When I first met you and you introduced this to me, I was excited. I could visualize it. I was on board. I was out here trying to do whatever I can.
You was on board? You're not on board no more?
Now I feel like it is just something that you've talked about for so long that you don't know how to move beyond the conversation. And when anyone challenges that and tries to push you, that's a problem for you.
No, it's not.
Then you start coming.
No, it's not.
Then you start coming up with.
I've
given you so many suggestions on how to get started, where to get started. Mm-hmm. I've supported you in everything that you've tried to do. Every single thing has been an excuse as to why you cannot take this stuff to the next level. As to why you have. Where have you taken it beyond the conversation?
I haven't. So because I want to make sure that I'm properly aligned.
You're not, though.
Myself before
You're not. That is not called being properly aligned. That is just a sophisticated way of saying I'm not sure about myself.
Let me make this point.
I doubt myself.
Absolutely not.
Yes, it is.
Let me say. If I doubted myself, I wouldn't even be pursuing this objective.
You're not pursuing anything. You're hoping that you could one day spit this at somebody and they can manifest it. You don't want to do the work.
Let me say this. I don't want to do the work.
No, you don't.
Are you kidding me?
You want to take your writings and give them to somebody and have them manifest them.
Hold on.
That's what you want to do.
Wait a second.
Then I asked you about the writings. Oh, well, now I got to put them all in order because they're all over the place and they're out of this and they're out. And since then, my perspective has changed and I no longer. It's just like one thing after another.
As you continue to grow, your perspective changes.
All of a sudden, the day after you get out of prison, after 30 years, all that shit don't even matter no more.
Listen, that's not true, obviously.
Okay, so why can't that be the foundation? Why at least not work with that and get that out there first, and then make a part 2, the evolution? You just want to keep coming up with excuses to not move. That's the shit that is irritating.
Good conversation. You kidding? So that's the first step to be doing a vlog.
You create an excuse for everything.
Are we done with that?
No, see, now with the blogging. Now I'm just not.
Hey, listen. I don't.
Everything is like everything is. You won't even try. It's just like I'm just not. So now something greater than ourselves is with the blogging too.
All right, I'm out of here.
Something greater than ourselves for the vlogging too. It's gonna take something greater than ourselves for you to vlog too.
Peace.
I'm just saying, like
it's not. My writings and stuff is something serious to me. I'm not gonna turn it into no joke.
I haven't taking your writing seriously?
Right now,
Are you freaking serious? I have not taken your writing seriously.
I'm not saying you didn't.
So how are you serious about? I think your writings is a joke.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I'm saying in this moment, right? It turned into.
I took it off of all that. Now I'm talking about blogging, and I made a joke, and you're taking it personally. What is wrong with you right now?
I'm not taking it personally.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm saying I'm not going. I'm not. No, you go ahead, keep joking and laughing.
I made a joke, and now I'm saying I'm not gonna let you turn this into.
Listen,
what are you talking about?
Listen. Can I talk?
I don't know. Can you? I'm asking a question.